He's been first to goal from the one. You're thinking run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. As they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They come out here in the eye. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know from an offensive perspective, you want every play to be a big play. But sometimes the defense actually wins, and they did there on that draw play. Good job by the runner just taking care of the football because he didn't want to compound a bad play by turning it over. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world to this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hey. 4 down. Detroit! Let's go! Blue 90!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
4 down. Alert. Set. No. Check. Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw again. Can't find anyone open. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Boom. Over.
Play clock winding down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
The play clock's running down. They'll stick with the passing game. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The D for the Pats, the Patriots heading back onto the field now. They simply really cannot be playing any better. They've got the shutout going. I don't know, whatever these guys ate before this game, but they should do it every week.
Well, that's an alert for the chef then, isn't it? To make sure that's the menu for each and every game, because they are following a blueprint that is working so well for them. And what they're doing is giving their own offense great opportunities to put points on the board. You can't ask for much more if you're a head coach watching your defense control the game.
Boy, they have controlled it for sure. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this 1st half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this 1st half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent. And they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the 2nd half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Detroit! Green, 39! Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Over!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their big tight end, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots continue to roll. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Kuhn's on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Another pistol look here.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Surveying the field. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out-cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So they're unsuccessful there, hooking up on the pass.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Unable to convert through the air, so now they will punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Set. Boom. Landed.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Patriots have been moving the football at will, and the total yardage numbers stand out. The Miners' defense hasn't been able to get stops, and that inability to get off the field is costing them time and time again. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Miners have it at the 42. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Patriots defense comes away with the turnover. After the pick, offense comes out now. They'll look to the end zone here, and he's going to go 11 yards for the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Patriots lined up at the 43. Slant route connection made here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with the score. That puts them on top by 14. Patriots take it at the 1. Here the pass goes into the end zone, and after the short pass, he'll score. The lead grows to 21. Midway through the second quarter. Nice work to make the catch in double coverage, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The Pats push the lead to 28. Patriots take it at the 34. The catch will be made deep down the field.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action.
He gone. Patriots in control.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And there's a flag on the play. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Holding offense. Still first down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriots. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. You don't know no better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their big tight end. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Coons now here to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
On play action, they'll throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down.
I got one. Set. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Deep drop. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line. Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Boom, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Play clock winding down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen that, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here, 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big time run after catch. They love those rack yards.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The numbers comparison last week, really good game here. I don't know. He's not hitting the hole as fast as he was a week ago.
Do you get the sense that maybe, his timing's off a little bit?
Yeah.
Because last week, I think you were talking about how quick he was to the hole and how fast he was through the hole. And that created some of those big runs because it allowed some of those second and third level blocks from his offensive line. In this game, I feel like the blocking's still there, but he's just not taking advantage of it.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The play clock's running down. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, this is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 39. Check. Patriot. 319. Over.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got time. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there at 22. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot in what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And on the ground they go with a running back. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a cutback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots continue to roll.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. So he couldn't find his man there as it falls to the ground.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Unable to connect there on the pass play.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They come out here in the eye.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Come on now. Detroit.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And touchdown! Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball at the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. On play action, they'll throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the big tight end shifting around. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Into the fourth quarter now. The offense has got to feel like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge, similar to a great hitter. Seeing a ball come into the plate and he's in the zone, the ball looks like a beach ball to him. He's just smacking it over the wall. Now what you're seeing is a runner whose eyes are wide open, and he's envisioning a goal line.
In motion comes the tight end left. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Brandon, you identified early that this game looked like it was going to be lopsided in favor of the winning team.
And then late in this one, you and I, we were digging at stuff, weren't we, to talk about, partner?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think we brought up statistics from somewhere around circa 1927-28, hoping we could keep people going in this one.
Deep in the annals for this blowout win. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos had mile-high hopes coming into this season, and so far everything has worked out perfectly for them. A win here will keep them undefeated. What a year they're having. It's the Broncos going up against the Bengals. On the call here tonight, and send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. They'll drop the throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or 2, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Oh, good luck with that.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. after the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Shotgun. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Yards to go here on second down.
Here we go now. Over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got room. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Boo, 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Hurry up, here we go.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run run here. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Play clock winding down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Penalty marker is down here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And, of course, the defense is going to accept this penalty. Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 26 yards on the play there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And the play clock's running down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bengals will get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes. because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. 11 yards on the pickup. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. Check. Patriot.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
He'll look to throw. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and put the play down.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. And a nice job last time. You know, we often hear bend but don't break, and that's what happened. The ball was inside the red zone. They got the stop. Now maybe some momentum to take out onto this drive defensively.
I would think so, and I love when teams get that fourth down stop. I love watching them on the bench, and they're all congratulating each other. You can see the energy, but I love to see them come back out on the field. I don't care what we have listed for heights and weights. All of a sudden,
they're all 7 feet.
Exactly. They all look like Paul Bunyan running back out on the field for the next one.
Paul Bunyan, an American icon. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That looked like a common mistake made by the defense. Sometimes there's confusion, right? They're in zone, so you got to make sure your zones are taken care of. But once the quarterback got out of the pocket, they forgot about their zone discipline and staying in the right parts of the field. That allowed for a big play to happen.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll go with the ground attack here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get us up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Run play unsuccessful on 3rd down, and now they will have to punt. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit 2 ways, both with the run and the pass. And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was on the last possession. They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up. They'll throw now on the final play. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Bengals have to try to avoid becoming frustrated in the second half, as this is 2 straight weeks of shaky football. The Broncos are keeping them off balance, and that's pushed them in front. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the interception. Fantastic run blocking here, and he'd go in for the 49-yard touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. We go to the second quarter. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. And he ends up at their own 49-yard line. Broncos line up at the 3. He'll head outside to the right on the run. And he caps off the drive on this run. That puts them on top by 14. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it. And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He's had a big game tonight. While no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now. Nickel look. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll be 4th down. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown
or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And they'll run it here. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown! Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row, and I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible, incredible force.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they're unsuccessful there, hooking up on the pass.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there's a flag on the field. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still second down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another pistol look here. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw. So he couldn't find his man there as it falls to the ground.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Second down following the incompletion.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Blue 90. Detroit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And there's a flag on the play. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Holding offense. Still 3rd down.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. Great protection. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 14 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while. Wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the kids, they both lettered.
Your kids.
Exactly.
Okay. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Hurry up. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
3-19.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start. Offense. Still 1st down.
You ain't going to touch it.
shotgun. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
They'll drop to throw. They find some open field here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time. Even when they're just warming up, you know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up and throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Unable to connect there on the pass play.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And the Bengals grab it. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Penalty mark. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Defense.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball. They don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And here we go on 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. So big play on 3rd and goal. Defensively, they're going with a dime look.
Want to cover all passing lanes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos defense coming back onto the field. They've been superb. If this continues, when they get in the locker room, it's going to be high fives all around.
High fives, hugging it out. That bond that you have as a team after victory, there's nothing like it. They've got to close this one out, but they love the way they've gone about it. Their defense setting up things for their offense has really, for them, been a thing of beauty and a thing of frustration for their opponent.
Now they just hope that this defense continues the trend that they've set thus far. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught, Eifert over the middle. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, we're